Bringing the Roadside Chat from Salina, Kansas. I was always saying Salina, but I've been corrected. It's actually Salina, Kansas. Beautiful place, great host. So the question today is, it's from an officer in California, right? So, can police detain a passenger for the purpose of conducting a tow inventory? A little bit of background: pulled over a car with expired registration. In this case, expired for well over a year. Per California law, I'm authorized to tow this vehicle, which obviously a lot of states allow, which I elected to do. There is a driver who claims the car belongs to him and a passenger who claims to be just getting a ride. I do not see any contraband in plain view while I'm conducting or contacting the driver and passenger during initial stop. Neither the passenger or the driver has any terms, like they're not on paper for parole and probation, but the car doesn't come back to either party. Okay, so et cetera, et cetera. When I ordered both of the occupants to come out of the car to complete the tow, the driver complains about complies without issue, and the female passenger is uncooperative, and it takes some discussion to get her out of the car. So, at the end of the day, there's a little bit more here, but at the end of the day, can the officer keep that passenger on scene until the culmination of the tow? And the answer is yes. All right, so let's look at kind of what the law is. So we know that under the Fourth Amendment, which California 100% complies with the Fourth Amendment because it's what I call a Fourth Amendment state. By state constitution, the state must comply with constitutional law. So Fourth Amendment, I mean. So we know that all occupants, obviously the driver, but all passengers are seized under the Fourth Amendment. That case is Brennan. Right? Actually, it's a case that went to the Supreme Court out of California. So that case is Brennan. There's also a case called Arizona versus Johnson that also talks about this idea that the vehicle, the occupants are seized under the Fourth Amendment. And that also means that they can challenge the validity of the traffic stop. That's essentially what it means. All right. So going back to the situation now, during the traffic stop, when does the traffic stop end? Well, does it end when the tow truck is called, or does it end when the tow truck has arrived and the officer is now basically kicking people loose? You have to make that decision. You have to make a decision about if you're asked in court, when is this traffic stop over? Especially as to the driver. If you kick the driver loose, then certainly you should be, in my opinion, you should be kicking the passenger loose. But if you're not going to kick the driver loose and you're still going to require him to be detained until the tow truck arrives for some legitimate reason, then the passenger, in my view, is also seized. Again, the traffic stop has not ended, right? So I guess the point is, have a reason for what you're doing. If the passenger's conduct and behavior is causing you some concern that maybe there's going to be something found in this car, and if there is, you want to potentially make an arrest. Again, you're towing the car for a legitimate reason. You're not towing it just to bypass the Fourth Amendment probable cause requirement. You're towing it because, in your discretion, and certainly the facts are here, that this is a righteous tow. Then I see really no constitutional issue by also keeping the passenger on scene until the inventory has been conducted. That's my view, right? So, but have a reason. I mean, again, going back to articulation, if you attended my report writing class, what do we talk about? We talk about articulation. Articulate what the heck you're doing out there and why. Have reasons for doing what you're doing, and the court should back your play. All right? All right, hopefully that helps. All right? If you have any follow-up questions, leave them in the comments. If you want me to do a video for you because you have a question, send it over to me, bluetogold.com /